Hello Diablo Immortal friends! We are now back with more exciting barbarian builds. We have unlocked the additional weapon slots and the new feature stance. To do this, you need to finish the H8 Fangeth boss in Heliquary and reach the Paragon level 800. There will be an in-game guide when you do this. So now let's go back to our topic. Today I'm going to share this build that you can use any way you want. From field grinds, dungeon runs, tower runs, challenge rifts, elder rifts, bounties and even in Heliquary raids. So come on, and let's dive right into it. First I'm going to show you the gears we're using in this build. Most of the time, I'm just using Treasure Hunter Paragon in any PvE content and whatever legendary gems available for resonance. I just happen to have these Bottled Hope, Seeping Bile, Howlers, Bloom Cask, Power and Command, Chip of Stone, Echoing Shade and Mother's Lament. But my suggestion is use anything that is available in your inventory, or if you have budget then buy what is necessary like Blessing of the Worthy, Phoenix, and other gems that are good for barbarians. Now for our green set. We have 2 pieces Vither's Urges. This will activate the 30% beneficial effect duration increase on you and your party members. 2 pieces Banquet of Eyes to gain 15% increase in continual damage. 2 pieces Grace of the Flagellant for another 15% continual damage. For the legendary gears, let's start with the head, the Lasting Hate. This essence can increase the duration of our Wrath of the Berserker skill by up to 39% depending on the level of your essence mastery. The Ferocious Scale on our armor essence, this will modify our Whirlwind skill and make it occasionally cast tornadoes that deal certain amount of damage to enemies. Hell's Legacy in our shoulder gear to give flaming trails when we use the Sprint skill. I use Sprint skill for faster movement so I can farm more effectively. Sprint can also be useful while performing Whirlwind, and with this essence on our shoulder we can also proc the Firestorm. An effect that can show all our synergies including critical damages. For the pants, we have the Dauntless Temper. Modifying our Ground Stomp skill to call on the power of the Ancient to appear periodically and stomp the ground around you for a period of time. Adding this to our skill set gives us more persistent damage while moving or attacking with primary attack. For the first main hand weapon, we have now the Bitter Wind essence. Whirlwind skill now draws on the power of the wind to deal increased damage while no longer reducing your movement speed. This is also perfect when all of your other skills are in cooldown, and you are just throwing primary attacks, but suddenly you need to avoid getting hit from the incoming attacks of a boss in a dungeon or in a Heliquary and then get back on the business throwing another barrage of frenzies. Easy peasy. Now for the first offhand weapon we have, the Oncoming Brutality. As I mentioned, Frenzy is one of the 2 primary attacks you can use. And by that, we are using this essence instead of Broken Soul for critical hit chance because this essence, the Oncoming Brutality, provides 6% additional damage by attacking the same enemy persistently, and it can stack up to 30%. Wow! What a great offer! Kidding aside, this is perfect for boss raids, whether it's in dungeons, rifts or Heliquary. Moving on to our second main weapon, the Riddle-Roo. As we continually attacking the boss in a dungeon, we have a great chance of throwing critical damage. In spite of not having the Broken Soul for critical hit chance, we still have this attribute scattered in our gears and in our Mother's Lament legendary gem. So while Frenzy is naturally stacking up, when you deal critical damage while doing it and while this essence, the Riddle-Roo is equipped, you will gain a primary attack speed increased by 50% for 3.2 seconds. A perfect combination of the Barbarian's insane damage and this kind of buffs, all the bosses that within your combat rating range will melt like a cheese. Going to our last gear. Our second offhand weapon is the most popular, the notorious, and the most powerful offhand weapon of the Barbarians, the Sundered Legacy. Our Wrath of the Berserker now encircle us with a powerful flames that burns enemies and dealing continual damage to any enemies nearby. So while we are busy doing other skills, this essence is silently killing any enemies nearby and also another way to proc Firestorm when we do Whirlwind skill. Overall, our Barbarian, with this kind of build is a powerhouse and is a perfect killing machine to the point whatever we do, whether we just run or switch places or even standing, our Barbarian will definitely inflict deadly damage to any enemies nearby. So that's all for today's video guys. We will try to assemble the most deadly PvP build for the barbarians next time. Keep grinding and happy gaming to everyone.